Hi, Danny Morrison here for the Danny Morrison Expert Comments alongside Rario.com, the grand finale, Dubai, the Ring of Fire and the Trans-Tasman rivals. Australia up against New Zealand. New Zealand into another ICC World Cup final, 2015, 2019. They won the Test Championship earlier in the year, and here they are in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup final for 2021. The toss was raved about at length because over the last dozen games of T20 played at the Dubai International Stadium, 11 out of the 12 side chasing a target have got up. The other occasion, recently all in yellow, MS Dhoni and CSK in the grand final this year, and they got over that magical 180 that was talked about at length in all sorts of forms of media. Get over 180 and you got a really good chance with runs on the board in a final to defend it. Well, Kane Williamson and co, what could they muster? They mustered 172 is what they got to in their 20. And by and large, thanks to the skipper, Kane Williamson to the fore, saved his best for last with an extraordinary innings there of 85 from 48, and some of that timing and the beautiful open blade and how Williamson can play. It's not all about muscling at miles. He's not a Mitch Marsh, but he's superb with his timing and his placement. 3 sixes to go with 10 fours was really keeping New Zealand in the contest to get up and get close and try and breach 180. 172, and again, you think about Guptill, really couldn't get out of first gear. 28, took him 35 deliveries. Phillips got a 4 and a 6, but he too couldn't find his range, and the bowling was smart as well, and pace off and what have you. And then a bit of Zampa, of course, useful. Neesham, same for him, hit a maximum, but he got 13 and that was really it. The thing that interested me about the bowling was the height of the Aussie bowlers and the variations in pace and bounce. It was difficult to get in the players' set. It was difficult to get set and get started on that pitch because it was tired now. Of course, there's been so much cricket played. But when I look at the way Hazlewood has come of age, really, from going from a test match specialist to, who'd have think, not that long ago, he'd be doing it so beautifully for CSK and now Australia. And his performance for me was the standout, no doubt, for Australia with the ball in hand. 3 for 16, and his 2 key wickets in the 1 over from Hazlewood to get rid of Phillips and Williamson was a massive moment in the match. That over for me really was a bit of a killer blow for those in black from New Zealand. Zampa, I mentioned, 1 for 24. For me, I think of this World Cup, he was the player of the series. A couple of my colleagues ended up giving it to Davey Warner because he got a few runs here and there. Please, it for me had to be. Batters, they can win your games, but as we know, has been well documented and well said, a bit of a cliche, but bowlers win your championships, bowlers win your tournaments. And so for me, Zampa should have been, I reckon, the player of the series. Cummins, none for 27, and a bit of Maxwell too. He's been getting through some overs, so he did a job as well. They got after him a little bit, but by and large, the Aussies, I think they were very confident. They kept the New Zealanders under 180. The chase, the reply, well, the Aussies, I think, simply too good on the night, and that more determined after that loss to England early on in this World Cup, have really gained momentum, gained more and confidence and everything. And Warner found his mojo and really supported beautifully at different times. And this occasion, the big occasion on the world stage, was Mitch Marsh. So Warner and Marsh together, they were just unstoppable. And New Zealand really needed to halt that, and they couldn't until Bolt came back. But really, the early wicket of Finch, of course, rocked Australia a bit. That lovely little bouncer from Trent Bolt to get rid of the Aussie skipper. But 53 from Warner from 38, 3 sixes, 4 fours, and Mitch Marsh, 77 not out off 50 deliveries, 6 fours, 4 sixes. He was undeniably simply superb. And a bit of Maxwell at the end, 28 not out to hit the winning runs. And they got up very comfortably in the end. They did it with 7 balls to spare and 8 wickets in the bank. And frustratingly, I think, from a contest point of view, the New Zealanders, well, they fluffed their lines on the big stage. And really, there was only Bolt, when you think about his 2 for 18 and 4 overs, was a huge standout, the only successful bowler. Sadly, the spin twins, Ish Sodhi, who's been a great wicket taker and very, very good in T20, Yeah, he got it so wrong. Lots of long hops, short. Same with Santner. Their oldest showed him none for 40 and 3. And Mitch Santner, a lot more economical, but we needed some more from him, and we needed a bit of a breakthrough from him. Could he have got one key wicket in that partnership of Warner and Marsh, and maybe got rid of Marsh? Couldn't. Marsh was just seeing it like a pumpkin. So the Aussies crowned world champions. It's the only World Cup they haven't won yet. They've got to go with their 5 50-over World Cups. This is the one that had been eluding them, and boy, didn't they want that in the trophy cabinet. Well done to Aaron Finch and the Aussies. Extremely well played in the final. And hey, if you like this, ticket, subscribe, and we'll see more of you here on Rario.com.